My family neglected me my whole life in favor of my brother. They betrayed me in the worst way, and now I'm cutting them out of my life forever. Hi Reddit, I'm 30 years old, and I'm just now learning how to feel seen and valued. I'm writing this because I feel like I've spent my entire life in the shadow of my older brother, Alex, and I've finally reached a breaking point. The situation with my family has gotten so bad that I had no choice but to completely cut ties with them. Here's my story. Growing up, my parents always treated my brother like he was the golden child. Alex could do no wrong. He got all the praise, the attention, and the special treatment. And I was the afterthought. Even when I achieved something, it was never enough. And I remember one specific moment when I was about 12 years old. I had worked so hard to save up for a porcelain doll, and which I'd wanted for years. And when I finally bought it, Alex broke it within a day. My parents didn't even punish him. They just shrugged it off and bought him a new toy. No one cared about what I was feeling or how much that doll meant to me. It's just a doll. As I got older, things didn't get better. I had dreams of becoming a dentist, and but my parents made it clear that Alex's baseball career was the priority. But I had to be the supportive sister while Alex got the attention and resources. I remember once telling my mom how I was struggling with school, and she told me, if you just worked harder, maybe you could be more like Alex. I was always compared to him, and it crushed me. I had to keep my dreams small, as anything I wanted was secondary to his ambitions. When I was 15, I had severe tooth pain, but my parents didn't want to take me to the dentist. Instead, they prioritized Alex's baseball tournament, and which was happening the same weekend. So I had to take care of myself. I went to the dentist alone, and that's when I met Dr. Kyan Harrison, a kind dentist who was supportive and encouraging. He inspired me to pursue dentistry, but when I told my parents, they brushed it off, saying I should focus on realistic things and not waste money. Despite their discouragement, I applied for a dentistry scholarship and won. But once again, my parents didn't show any interest. They were too busy with Alex. His failures were constantly excused while my victories were forgotten. Even when I won that scholarship, my mom just said, well, haha, that's nice, but Alex needs new baseball equipment. My dad didn't even congratulate me. Over the years, I kept pushing forward, but it was exhausting. After I got married to Daniel and we opened our dental clinic, things got worse. My parents would show up, and not to congratulate me, but to complain about how Alex wasn't succeeding in life. He was failing academically and his relationships, but somehow they still prioritized him over me. And they couldn't even acknowledge the success of my clinic without finding a way to compare it to Alex's situation. Then came the worst betrayal. I'd bought a condo for myself after finally saving up, and I was so proud of it. But a few months later, I discovered that my parents, along with Alex, tried to sell it without my permission. They forged my signature on the documents. So when I found out, I was shocked and heartbroken. It was the last straw. I'm now in the middle of a legal battle, and I've filed for fraud against my parents and brother, and the process has been grueling. I'm determined to make sure they understand the consequences of their actions. I had enough. I've cut them out of my life completely. I don't want to talk to them anymore, but part of me wonders if I'm doing the right thing. They've been a part of my life for so long, and I've always been trying to earn their love. But I'm starting to realize that I've been chasing a dream that will never come true. Having a family that loves me as much as they love Alex. Am I wrong for cutting them out of life? I feel guilty, but I also feel like I've been emotionally abused my whole life. And how do I move on from this? First update, I can't thank you all enough for the supportive comments. I've read through so many of your messages, and I'm starting to feel like I'm not crazy. And I've been told for years that I was too sensitive or that I needed to let things go. But it's become clear to me that this was never about me being overly sensitive. It was about my family treating me like I didn't matter. Golden Miretta, since I posted, I've been taking some time to reflect on everything. I've made the decision to go full steam ahead with the legal case. I've got evidence of the fraud, and I'm not backing down. I'm tired of being the family scapegoat, and Yvette the one who has to take responsibility for everything while Alex gets to do whatever he wants without facing consequences. And I've also been having conversations with Daniel about what this has done to me emotionally. It's been tough because I never wanted to hurt anyone, but he's been incredibly understanding. He told me that I'm finally doing something for me and that I don't owe them anything. For the first time in my life, I'm starting to believe him. But the guilt is still there. I'm struggling with it. Part of me feels like I should just forgive them. It feels unnatural to walk away from your family, even if they've treated you like garbage for years. I've spent so much time trying to earn their love and approval, and now I'm walking away. If a lot of you are asking if I've talked to Alex about all of this. To be honest, I've tried. But I've tried for years to tell him how much this favoritism hurt me, but he's always dismissed it. I was saying I was overreacting. He doesn't get it, and at this point, I'm trying to explain myself to him. Second update, and it's been a couple of weeks since my last update, and things are moving forward. The legal proceedings are still ongoing, but I've gained a lot of clarity over the past few days. I've been focusing on the clinic and spending more time with Daniel. I've realized that I've been letting my family's dysfunction affect my own life for far too long. I've had some tough conversations with my parents and Alex. My parents are trying to guilt trip me, that Aruing is saying that I'm pruning the family and that Alex just needs help. But I'm done. But I've made it clear that I can't be a part of a family that doesn't respect me. They've tried to contact me, but I've told them I'm not interested in reconciliation. Alex has reached out a few times too. He's asking for help. Adada saying that he's struggling financially, but I can't help him anymore. He had every opportunity to step up, but he never did. Adik and I'm gonna continue enabling him. Edik, I've seen many comments asking why I didn't just walk away sooner. Honestly, I didn't realize how bad things were until I started looking back. And I've spent so many years suppressing my feelings because I thought I had to be the good daughter. But now I see that I'm not responsible for them. I have my own life now and not gonna let them pull me down anymore. In a final updating, it's been several months and I'm in a much better place now. The divorce and legal battle are both over. And I've got full control over the condo and I'm moving forward with my life. I'm focusing on my career, on my relationship with Daniel, to get on my future. Guilt I once felt about cutting off my family has faded. I realized that I was never gonna get the love I deserved from them. I was just setting myself up for more disappointment. And I haven't heard from my parents or Alex in months. I've moved on and I'm not looking back. And my relationship with Daniel is stronger than ever and we're planning a future together. I'm excited about what's next. Hi, every good of I thank you to everyone who supported me through this. It's been a hard journey, but I feel free now. I finally feel like I'm living for myself.